I should have known better than to take that dare. But when you're 21, drunk on cheap beer, and surrounded by friends who live for moments of bravado, it's hard to back down. We were at Ryan's bonfire, flames licking the night air, when someone mentioned the Whispering Tunnel. Everyone knew the story, or at least their own version of it. An old railroad tunnel at the edge of town, long abandoned, but supposedly haunted by voices that never stopped talking. Some said they were the whispers of murdered workers, trapped in the walls when it collapsed a century ago. Others swore it was the voice of a girl who had vanished after going in on Halloween night. But the most unsettling rumor was that if you stayed long enough in the tunnel, the whispers would call your name, and once they did, you'd never come out the same. Naturally, Ryan laughed it off. It's just bats and wind, nothing more. Hell, I'll pay $50 if someone goes in and walks the whole thing. The group's eyes fell on me. I'd always been the cautious one, the quiet one, which made me the perfect target. Fine, I muttered, trying to sound braver than I felt. I'll do it. The deal was set. I'd go in, walk the length of the tunnel, and come out the other side. Alone. The tunnel mouth loomed like a jagged black maw in the earth. Old bricks, cracked and wet with moss, arched overhead, and graffiti bled across the stone in warped letters. I stepped in, flashlight in hand. The temperature dropped instantly. The air was damp, metallic, carrying the faint reek of rust and stagnant water. My footsteps echoed unnaturally loud. I kept telling myself it was just an old tunnel, just stone, dirt, and emptiness. Then I heard it. Soft, almost imperceptible. A hiss of sound like a sigh that wasn't mine. Whispers. At first, they were too faint to understand. A murmur, layered and indistinct, like a dozen voices all talking at once, just beyond the edge of hearing. I swung the flashlight around. Nothing. Just walls slick with condensation, the rotting remnants of old wooden ties on the ground. But the whispers grew clearer with every step. Some high-pitched, some guttural, all weaving together in an eerie chorus. Not supposed to be here. Turn back. He's listening. My skin prickled. They were real, not my imagination. Not my. Halfway through, the beam of my flashlight flickered. My heart skipped. I smacked it against my palm until it steadied. That's when I noticed shapes on the walls. At first, they looked like stains, dark, wet patches. But as I drew closer, I realized they were handprints. Small, large, smeared. Hundreds of them, embedded in the grime as if desperate hands had clawed at the tunnel. The whispers rose, faster, overlapping, frantic. Don't stop. He's behind you. Run. I froze. Slowly, against my better judgment, I turned. The tunnel stretched empty behind me. No movement. No figure. Just blackness. Yet I swore something shifted in the dark. Then it happened. Through the jumble of voices, one cut through with terrifying clarity. A whisper I recognized. It said my name. Eddie. I dropped the flashlight. It clattered against the ground, rolling in a dizzying circle before stabilizing, its beam shining upward. And in that moment, I saw something move, quick, tall, wrong, in the beam's edge. The whispers erupted into laughter. I ran. My breaths came ragged, echoing like screams in the confined space. The whispers chased me, filling my ears, my skull, like they were inside me. The light at the far end of the tunnel glowed faintly, salvation in the distance. I sprinted toward it, refusing to look back, even though every instinct screamed that something was closing in. Finally, I burst out into the night air, collapsing onto the wet grass. My chest heaved, my hands trembled. The night was silent again. No whispers, no shadows. I made it, or so I thought. When I got home, the quiet should have been comforting. But it wasn't. The house felt wrong. Shadows stretched too far across the walls. The air carried the damp, metallic tang of the tunnel. And then I heard it again. Eddie. A whisper. From the corner of my bedroom. But I was alone. Days passed, but the whispers never stopped. In the shower, in the car, even at work, I could hear them. Sometimes faint, sometimes so loud they drowned out real voices. I thought maybe I'd gone insane. Maybe the tunnel had broken me. Then, one night, I woke to find muddy handprints smeared across my walls. Dozens of them. Fresh. The whispers swelled, joyous, triumphant. And in the mirror, I saw myself, but not myself. My reflection grinned while I stood frozen. Its lips moved in unison with the whispers. "Not supposed to leave," it hissed. That's when I realized the truth. I hadn't made it out of the tunnel at all.
Thank you for watching C&T Horror Stories. Please like and subscribe for more stories.